nothing better than $100 either. So that's a great HSN gift card that you're going to be receiving.
Who said that? Nothing better than $100.
Hey.
That might have been you.
Look, all you have to do is post the picture with the ball. Hey.
That's pretty good.
Your chances are greater than that than winning that big Powerball. I'm not saying don't try to play, but you know, you never know. Well, we are going to now talk about a proof set, and this, we're going to spend some time here, so I just want to prep everybody, but there's tremendous value. There's great history in this. This is offered at a price break at $999.95, and I know some of you are saying, are you kidding me? You know, at $1,000, how in the world could that be a price break? But if you stick with us, you'll see in a matter of moments. So tell me about this, because up until this moment, we've seen single coins, we've seen the 5 set, but here you've got a gallery of coins.
Yes, the wall of coins.
It's a wall of coins.
It is what it is. And look, I've been doing this a really long time. I mean, I've been doing this over 25 years, selling coins on television. Nobody sold more coins than I have on television. No, not even close. Nobody's been doing it longer than me. It's not even close. And of all the things that I've sold, one of the things, the thing I've sold the most of, and the thing that I probably like selling the most, are the proof sets.
Why?
Well, the United States government, you understand proof, and one of the things to understand is proof is not a condition but a method of manufacturing. See, proof coins are special coins. These are coins made expressly and exclusively for collectors by the United States Mint or any other mint. These happens to be by the United States Mint. So none of these coins are available anyplace except in United States government issue holders. They were so popular they made them individually for many years, and they handed them out to kings and queens and dignitaries and congressmen and senators. And then in 1936, they started making proof sets for the American public. And they came in little wrappers in a little tiny box in 1936. And of course, the 1936 set, I think today sells for, I don't know, 15 or 20,000 bucks, something like that. 36, you know, all the early sets are 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 bucks, what it is. And so they continued making proof sets till today. So even today, the most eagerly anticipated release by the United States government every single year is the new proof set, which contains all of the regular issue coins, the penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half dollar, dollars, whatever they're making in regular issue, in the proof set. And since 1968, they've been made at the San Francisco Mint. And that's right up here. And of course, those are included. So you have the very first San Francisco minted proof set, and then all the way down, and we go through 2009. So I give you a half a century. What this is I like to call this the dirty little secret of coin dealers. And one of the reasons you rarely see big sets of proof sets like this is it's just not very profitable to do it that way. In all honesty, it's far more profitable, and what most coin dealers do, and we do it here some as well, is to break these coins up and sell them individually. Because if, let's say, you're a Kennedy half-dollar collector and you want a 1995 San Francisco minted Kennedy half-dollar, the only place to get it is out of this set right here. Which is why this coin sells for, I think it's $46.50 for this one single solitary coin, because the only place you can get it is in this set. You see, packaged by the U.S. Mint. Because the San Francisco Mint, since 1968, have made very few coins that weren't in proof sets. And even if they did, they weren't proof coins. So people say, well, so what do you mean the dirty little secret? Well, let's put it this way. The 2016 United States government issued proof set, with shipping and handling, I think, is right about 45 bucks. That's right from the mint. That's what I pay. That's what everybody, that's wholesale, that's it. The 2015, I think, is already sold out, probably 50 bucks. The 2014 set's about 60 bucks. I mean, the 2012 set's like $300 because they're already sold out. I'm going to give you 50 sold out limited edition United States government issued proof sets. 50. Not for $45 a set or $30 a set, for less than $20 a set. Less, because you get 50 sets for less than $20. That's with the price break, you save $200. So that means we have about 300 plus coins in here, about $3 a coin. And here's where it gets interesting, here's where it gets collectible, and here's where it gets extraordinarily desirable. There are very few coins in here that actually sell for only $3 a piece. Even the Lincoln cents in here sell for more than $3 a piece on average. The 2009s that you see down here, these are $13.50 a coin for these, for the pennies. And that's where this gets interesting and collectible and desirable. Also, keep in mind where I start the collection. which is 1960. So we start the first 4 coins in this collection are actually Franklin half dollars. They are all silver. And if you look at the nationally advertised catalog, remember you're paying about $3 a coin. If you look at the nationally advertised catalog, those proof Franklin half dollars that you're going to see right there. So in proof condition, the 1960 Franklin is of course going to be $55. $55, $60, $55, and $60. If you look at the quarters, because these are silver and they're proof, they're $39.95. So what you have here is coin by coin by coin. These first 5 sets, because the half dollars, the dimes, and the quarters are silver, individually, coin by coin, are going to sell for over $100 a set. So I've got $500 in individual coin value in the first 5 sets. That leaves 45 sets after that for only then $500. And you're going, well, I don't know if those are any good or not. Well, here, let me, let's go to the last set. Now, here's the interesting part. When I say set, I don't mean lens. Because the set is actually all 4 of these, because it's all the coins from the 2009 set that you're going to have right there. So you're paying basically $19.95 for this set. Now these Lincoln cents are the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. They are made in copper and they were available exclusively in this set, and they retail for $13.50 a piece. $52 for those right there. Here are the presidential dollars from 2009 that you're going to see right there. Those are going to retail at about $8.95 a set, about another $40 right there. Let's call it $35. So between the two, you've got almost $90. These are the last year of the state quarters. These are the territorial quarters in proof condition. They're $12.95 a set, or a coin. There's 6 of them, $72. By the time you add these up coin by coin by coin, individually, they're nearly $200. So if you take a look at the first 5 sets and the last set, you now have $700 coin by coin. So now you understand why I'm talking about the dirty little secret of coin dealers. So I've done all of the math, and I've looked at all of the things. And coin by coin by coin, if you add all of these up, okay? If you add all these up, we're a bit over $3,000 coin by coin. So that's what I'm saying. So for the average coin dealer, the best thing to do is basically break these up and sell them coin by coin. And we do a little bit of that. If you take the state quarters that are in here, starting in the 1999 and going to 2009, I sell that set in a nice little wooden box, just the state quarters there, for $449. For just the quarters in here. That's why the state quarters, if you add up all the quarters in here, are $735. If you add up the half dollars in this set, we're over $1,000. The half dollars alone make up the value that we sell the entire set for. There are going to be the Sacagawea golden dollars starting in 2000 through 2009, the first 10 years of those, and they're going to run the better part of $200. You have all of the Eisenhower silver dollars up here in proof condition, including the 2 different iterations of the bicentennial, not for $3 a coin, $225 for the 6 Eisenhowers, not 18, 225. So now I think you really begin to understand that what you're doing is coin by coin by coin, the number is more like $10 a coin on average, yet you are paying more like $3 a coin on average. On a per set basis, it's more like $60 and you are paying less than $20 because you're buying them like a coin dealer. Now, when I take a look and I give you all that pricing of $3,000, that is only for coin by coin for 47 sets. And people ask me, well, why is that? Because the United States government didn't make any proof sets in 1965, 66, or 67. They were moving the proof-making capacity of the U.S. government from the Philadelphia Mint to the San Francisco Mint that you see right here. And so, well, even if someone does sell this set, They don't. They say, well, there were no proof sets. We're not going to give you 65, 66, and 67. The real reason they don't give you those is the United States government did make proof sets, but they made these things called special mint sets. And while they were not proof sets, they intended to take the place of proof sets. And it says United States Special Mint Set. They made those still at Philadelphia. And the real reason people don't include them is because they're just as rare and just as valuable and just as desirable as the proof sets that surround them. For instance, if you take a look at the coins that come out of those sets, okay, 65, 66, and 67, you're looking at these Kennedy half dollars at $31 a piece. That's another basically $100. The SMS coins in here are going to be well in excess of $100. We include those sets. While they didn't make them, they made sets that they intended to take the place of those, and we absolutely include those sets. And so that's what you're going to get. That's why you're going to get, if you want, for instance, every one of the first 45 Kennedy half dollars made at the San Francisco Mint, there's one place and one place only to get them, and it's right here. Starting in 1968 and going to 2009, the only way to get proof Kennedy half dollars is out of these sets. And so if a customer wants, let's say, the 1995 Kennedy half dollar, you have to literally take this set, break it open with a hammer, and take that coin out. So you're paying, like I said, $3 a coin. Or if you're a Kennedy half dollar collector and you start here in 1995, this is a nationally advertised catalog. They've been around. When I was a paper boy and I was 12 years old, I ordered out of this catalog. 1994. So we're going to start here, $22.50. 1995, $46.50. 1996 is going to be $37.50. 1997 is going to be $39.50. 1998 is going to be, they don't even sell it individually, 1999, $26.75. So you look at those, that's $100, $250 for those five, or $200 for those 5 Kennedy half dollars. About $200 for those 5 Kennedy half dollars, yet you're paying for those 5 $15, $3 a coin. Even like I said, the Lincoln cents, coin by coin, $260. The nickels, $220. The dimes, $234. The presidential dollars, the Susan B. Anthony dollars that are in here. You get the Susan B. Anthony dollars, $79, $80, and $81, another $60 value. So here's what you end up, coin by coin by coin, in excess, relatively significantly in excess of $3,000 if you would buy these coins individually. And people always ask me, well, why would you buy them individually? As a matter of fact, we sell far more of these coins individually than we do as sets. Because you've got quarter collectors. If you want the state quarters, $450 just for these state quarters. If you want the Kennedy half dollars, and just go to hsn.com. We sell the first 40 years of Kennedy half dollars. I think I got another $400 or $500 or $600 in a red oak box. We get them out of here. And the way we get them, and people say, well, how do you get those if you sell these? Well, every set that we get isn't perfect. So let's say the penny has got a problem. So I break it open, we don't use the penny, and then I'll have a dime, a nickel, and a half dollar. And so when I end up with all of that, that's exactly what you're looking at and the reason that we do these.
But that's fantastic for us to have an opportunity to be able to have, number one, this collective history, right? And then get the price break. And the option here at HSN to be able to buy it in a capacity. I know that's something that you often talk about outside of the world of HSN. Shopping for coins in this capacity is very, very different. You don't get that 30-day money-back guarantee, the credit card thing. It's a completely different ball game when you're shopping outside of HSN. So
you can spend half this price for the shipping and handling on the sets, if you buy them on a per set basis.
And then the upcharge when you're using the credit cards and that sort of thing.
Now, one of the things I want to explain to everybody, and one of the big questions is always, okay, what is a proof coin? Proof, I understand, is a special presentation coin made expressly and exclusively for collectors. So this was a proof set from 1964. The very first year of the Kennedy half dollar, the only year that it's made in solid silver, solid coin silver, 9005. And so this was it. And the way they used to do is they'd put your name here with a stamp on it and send it to you. The return address I love is the Treasury Department, United States Mint, Philadelphia, PA. I guess the big building with all the money. They put this little slip in here. And I want to read this to you. It says, your U.S. proof coins have been carefully inspected and is sealed in a transparent envelope. This package was designed to prevent or delay tarnishing and discolorization. Nevertheless, sooner or later, tarnishing may occur. Care and handling and storing will help prolong the newly minted coins. Heat and sunlight are especially harmful. This is what I love. Do not ask us to make exchanges or adjustments. Okay? If there should appear what may seem to you, because you clearly have no idea what you're doing, I love it, a defect or a scratch on the coin, it is no doubt a crease in the packaging material. We tell you this to save us both unnecessary correspondence. What passes for customer service in 1964? Of course, if what may appear to you be a scratch or defect, you can, of course, send it right back, or we'll get you a set right there. So if you want to hold that, I want to do something here. I carry these scissors for a reason. I want to show you, this is one less 1964 United States government issue proof set. And here's what I want to do. If you'll hold that, please, as well. I want to show you what a proof coin looks like.
Wow.
That's what every single coin in every single one of these packages, that is a first year of issue, 50-year-old solid silver Kennedy half-dollar in proof, and why that coin right there sells for $56.50 and not $3, which is what you're paying for it. And that is the beauty of this, and that's why you get these just like this. So that 1964 Kennedy is absolutely positively pristine, and in this packaging for over 50 years. I want to do one other thing here as we do this, and here's what always happens. And I want to tell you this. We spend a lot of time here. I spend 20 minutes plus here. People get kind of, you kick back and you start listening to what I'm talking about, and thank you for that. I know it's not easy. I talk fast. But what happens is then all of a sudden you go, yeah, I want that, and that's what's happening now, is all of a sudden, look at this, this is a 50-year-old Lincoln cent. They actually made this out of copper. Look at the beautiful toning on that. Is that absolutely, positively exceptional? You can count the steps on the Lincoln Memorial right there, and that's why you do this. So what happens is people wait until the end. And what they don't do is they forget to call, and by the time they get on the phone, we have sold through our quantities on these. And that is oftentimes what happens. So I've only got about 100 of these to go around. I've only got about 100 of these to go around. And as we get close to here, and I know the clock says about a minute, we'll probably go a couple minutes past that.
Okay, perfect.
Because then I want to put this.
I'm laughing at this.
Is that just unbelievable? I'm going to put this back up here, just like this. People.
What year was this?
1964. 1964. The very first year of the Kennedy half-dollar.
From the government, it says, please do not ask us to make exchanges or adjustments.
It's customer service 1964. And so
they did say please.
and so at the end of the day, here's what we've got. We're about to go well under 100 sets. We start with about 150, right around there, a little short of that. We're about to go under 100 and have just about as many people on the phone as I have sets remaining. So remember, coin by coin. This set right here, which you pay $20 for, we did coin by coin almost $200. So you're going, okay, well, how about this set? Well, the 2008, the single most valuable state quarter is right here, is the Hawaii. That coin by itself is a $45 coin. These are all, I think, $12.95 a piece. So you've got 48. You're almost $100 in this right here. You're almost $100 in the 2008. And then if you add in the Sacagawea Gold, I think this is 46. So these three sets right here are about 150. With that one, about 350. With the first 5 years, you're about 850. So you take the first 5 and the last 5 sets, you're at your $999.95. And then the 40 sets in the middle, you do what you will with. And keep in mind, within that, you have all of the proof Eisenhower dollars, 73, 74, the 2 bicentennials. They didn't make a 75, they made 2 bicentennials, now well under 100 sets, folks. And this is type 1 and type 2 bicentennial. If we can, I don't see, how close can we get here, guys? Can we get real close? I'll try to hold my hands steady. I'm not as good at this as I used to be. There we go. Look at the L's in dollar. That's the difference between, see how that's skinny with the little upturn? And this right here is fat type 1, type 2 bicentennial silver dollars is what you're going to have right there in their original government packaging. Along with the bicentennial half dollars, the bicentennial quarters. Those are almost $40 a piece coins right there. That's why the Eisenhowers are $225. You pay $3 a coin across the board with that. So when you look at this coin by coin in excess of $3,000, you're paying, of course, less than $1,000. Set by set, less than $20. Less than $20. The brand new set you're going to pay almost $50 for. Here's the biggest problem, folks. I've got more people on the phone than I have sets. Now, they might be buying the Muhammad Ali coins. They could be buying the last of the Harper's Ferry. I don't know what they're buying, but I can tell you right now, to save $200 on this, buy like a dealer buys, get over 300 sold out limited edition United States government issue proof coins, 50 sets, less than $25. By far and away our 100% best-selling set that we ever do here. I only occasionally get them in stock. And then, even more important, is you get the spectacular price break. Can we have a show of what we have left in this? I think that's as important a number as anything as our quantity remaining. 85 of these gone. Well over, I think, half of our quantity is now gone. I've got...
And we're going to go a little bit longer because, you know...
Well, we have well over 100 people on the phone and 85 left. So.
And it takes this amount of time because the first thing you look at the price and then you're like, what am I getting?
Well, it's a big deal. There's a lot of stuff here.
Oh, for sure.
If there's one thing we have where I'm glad we have the 30, well, I'm glad we have 30-day money-back guarantee on anything, but you might need it. It might take you 30 days to get through this, okay? Because you want to look at it coin by coin. You want to make sure all these coins, every one of these are individually hand-selected for quantity. One last thing, and I forgot. All this stuff down here, these are all the original boxes. Look at this box, folks. This is 1980. It has a little wear kind of on the edges, but we've selected this. That's a piece of cardboard that is 35 years old. You get all of the original boxes with this as well. All the original boxes for every single one of the sets. So you've got all of that. And so you've got the green boxes from the 90s, all the way back to 68. Now, the original one on these, they didn't have boxes. They just had the envelopes with that right there. So 6 dozen left. I've got twice that many people on the phone. Like I said, 30-day money-back guarantee, spectacular opportunity, always 100% one of our absolute best sellers. Remember, just the quarters in here. The last 10 years of quarters, we sell for $450. I sell the first 5 of these, the last 5 silver half dollars up here, I sell those for $250 just for those last 5 silver half dollars. Then you have the last 5 silver quarters. So $100, $100, $100, $100, $500 retail there. Absolutely spectacular. Like I said, we got about 5 dozen left, folks. Like I said, don't wait too long.
No,
we'll
absolutely. And for more, you can head over to our website, hsn.com. I know many of you like to explore all the choices that are there, but with this, for sure, we believe this is going to sell out by the end of the hour. If you'd like to choose it, all you have to do is reserve yours right away. We're going to go to a quick break.